Do you know what one of the most commonly used verbs in English is? Today, we are going to practice one of the most commonly used verbs in English. This word is also one of the most commonly used words when spoken in English. Today, we're going to practice like. We're going to learn all the different ways we can use like in English. So, let's go. Like is a very common word in English. It's a verb, and it is one of the top 10 verbs that we use in English. And in America and in Canada, we use this word a lot. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about some different vocabulary words. We're going to talk about like, and then stronger feelings for like. We're also going to talk about the opposite of like. But the main part of this lesson is we are going to learn 3 ways to make a sentence using like. If you can remember these 3 ways, you will be able to speak English much more fluently and like a native speaker. Okay, let's go over the vocabulary first. We are going to go over the different levels of like. We will go from the weakest to strongest. So first, I could say the word like. That is the most common one. But if I have a stronger feeling than like, then my sentence would be, I really like. I really like. So I really like is stronger than I like. Now, if I want to go even stronger, stronger than really like, the next is I love. I love. All right. Love is much stronger than really like and much stronger than like. Now, finally, if I want to go even stronger than love, the final phrase I could use is I'm crazy about. I'm crazy about. So these are the different levels of like. So we start with I like, then I really like, followed by I love, and then finally, I'm crazy about. Now let's make some sentences using these. So first, I like fruit. Next, I really like chocolate. After that, I love sports. And finally, I'm crazy about cooking. Now, let's look at the opposite. The opposite of like is don't like. So we can make the same sentence, I don't like. Now, if it's stronger, then we say, I really don't like. And then if I have even a stronger feeling, it's I hate. I hate. And finally, the strongest feeling is I can't stand. I can't stand. Okay, so now let's look at these words in sentences. So first, I don't like rainy weather. I really don't like chestnuts. I hate humidity. And finally, I can't stand crowded trains. Now, let's look at between like and don't like. So this is when I don't like something, but I don't dislike something. It's right in the middle. So we often use the word so-so. I think maybe many of you have heard this word, and a lot of people really like to use so-so. But so-so is usually only used to answer a question. So if I want to make a sentence, so I made a sentence, I like fruit. I don't like rainy weather. But I want to make a sentence with the feeling of so-so. In this situation, I would use the phrase, I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's look at it in a sentence. Now, I could say, I don't mind cold days. Or maybe another sentence, I could say, I don't mind riding roller coasters. So in both of these, I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. It's okay. One thing to mention here is if you use I don't mind in a sentence, then we always follow it with a noun or verb ing. Don't use to and the verb, okay? So a noun or verb ing. Okay, so if you think those words were useful, if you think that this lesson has been helpful so far, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. Okay, let's get started with the main part of this lesson, making sentences using like. There are 3 ways we can make a sentence using like. So make sure that you watch this part of the lesson and you practice speaking. So the first way we can make a sentence is I like plus a noun. Number 2, I can make a sentence saying I like plus to and verb. And number 3, the third way to make a sentence is I like plus verb ing. This is the ing verb form. So that's 3 ways. Plus a noun, plus to and verb, or plus verb ing. Now, let's try making some sentences so you can understand how we use it. So first with a noun, maybe I could make a sentence, I like orange juice. Next, with to and a verb, my sentence is, I like to drink orange juice. And third, if I use the ing, then my sentence would be, I like drinking orange juice. Okay, so one more time. I like orange juice. I like to drink orange juice. And I like drinking orange juice. If you can remember these 3 ways to use like, then your English will sound much, much more fluent and like a native speaker. Now, these 3 sentences we can also use for the opposite. Now, for example, the opposite is I don't like. It's going to follow the same rules. I don't like plus a noun. Okay, number 2 would be I don't like plus to and verb. And finally, we would say I don't like plus verb ing. Right? So again, 3 ways to use I don't like also. Now, let's look at this in some sentences. So first, I don't like plus a noun. My sentence is, I don't like chestnuts. Okay. Next, I don't like plus to and verb. I don't like to eat chestnuts. And finally, number 3, using verb ing, my sentence is, I don't like eating chestnuts. Okay, so one more time. I don't like chestnuts. I don't like to eat chestnuts. And I don't like eating chestnuts. Okay, so now that you've learned 3 ways to make sentences, that brings us to the active part of the lesson. In this section, it's your chance to speak English. You are going to make 3 sentences. You're going to make a sentence using I like or I don't like, and you're going to use it with a noun, with to plus verb, and with verb ing. I will put a picture on the screen, and I want you to look at the picture and make 3 sentences. Make sure you're speaking at home. This is a great chance for you to practice your speaking. Okay, number 1. Please look up here. Please look at this picture. And I want you to make a sentence. First, I want you to make a sentence using a noun. So, I like plus a noun. Okay, my answer here is I like flowers. I like flowers. Next, same picture, but I want you to use to plus verb and verb ing. Okay, my answer here is I like to garden and I like gardening. I like to garden. I like gardening. Okay, so if you had a different answer, that is okay. There's more than one answer for all of these pictures. So don't worry, just leave your answer down in the comments. All right, number 2, please look up here. Please tell me what you see. And let's make a sentence first using a noun. I like plus noun. My answer is I like baseball. Okay, next, please make 2 more sentences. This time, please use to plus verb and verb ing. Okay, my answer here is I like to play baseball and I like playing baseball. Number 3. Next, let's look up here, but this time, let's make a sentence using don't like. So I don't like plus a noun. Here, my answer is I don't like long lines. I don't like long lines. Next, same picture. Let's make 2 more sentences. This time, to plus verb and verb ing. And remember, it's I don't like. Okay, my answers here are I don't like to wait in long lines. And I don't like waiting in long lines. Okay, number 4. Please look up here. This is a little bit of a difficult one. Look up here. Again, let's make a sentence using I don't like. First, make a sentence with a noun. Okay, so this is difficult. I see dishes. They're dirty. I see a sink. So maybe my first sentence is I don't like dirty dishes. I don't like dirty dishes. Next, please make 2 more sentences. This time use to plus a verb and verb ing. And remember, it's I don't like. Okay, again, this is a tricky one. My answer is I don't like to do dishes. And I don't like doing dishes. Okay, so one more time. I don't like to do dishes and I don't like doing dishes. Now, maybe some of you use the verb wash. Wash dishes, washing dishes. And that is fine. I completely understand it. And if you use that in English, in America and Canada, everyone will understand you. But in America, in Canada, and probably most English-speaking countries, the most common phrase here is do dishes. Do equals wash. So I suggest if you can remember, try to use do in this situation. So I don't like to do dishes, or I don't like doing dishes. And of course, the opposite, if you like it, you can say I like to do dishes, or I like doing dishes. Okay, question number 5, the final question today. Let's look up here. This time, let's make a sentence using like. And first, please make a sentence with a noun. All right, my sentence is, I like restaurants. I like restaurants. Next, please make a sentence using to plus verb and verb ing. Okay, here, my answer is, I like to eat out. And I like eating out. Okay, one more time. I like to eat out. I like eating out. Okay, so how did you do with all of those questions? Were you able to make 3 sentences for each picture? I hope so. If you couldn't, make sure you rewatch the lesson and try again. Also, if you had any other answers, a different answer than mine, that's okay. Leave it down in the comments section and I will check all of your answers. Also, if you have any questions about this lesson, you can also ask those questions down below and I will definitely answer all of your questions. If you liked this video, if you think this English lesson is helpful and it will improve your English, please do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. If you hit the notification bell, you will know when I post the next video and you can study English more frequently with me. All right, so until that next lesson, see ya. Thank you very much for watching today's lesson. Today, we practiced the verb like. We learned 3 different ways to make I like sentences. If you think this lesson was useful and if you think it will help you improve your English, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Give me a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. I'm always posting videos, so hitting that notification bell really helps. Until that next lesson, see ya.